Uh, Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're from. This is Mr. Kaz on another week of my Forex weekly analysis, guys. This is one of my consecutive week where we analyze the stock and the forex market. We go into deep. What the market is looking like, what we are expecting for this week, and yeah, it's gonna be a nice one. It's gonna be really, really, really nice. And I hope that wherever you're watching this from, wherever you are in part of the world, I hope you're gonna enjoy it. I have a lot of information for you guys this week. I have lots of information. Okay, so let us dive into the week. Let us dive into this week and let's see what is going on in the market. Let us see what the market is telling us as of right now. So first of all, as you can see, let us go and check the dollar, which is the DXY. We see what the DXY is doing, and that, because guys, listen, the dollar controls the market. If the dollar is good, is either the opposite, is either other currency react to it, and if the dollar is bad, is either the other markets respond. So they can either respond negative or positive to the dollar, especially for like the major pairs. And about the minor pairs and the exotic pairs, and you might watch out for them, but the dollar is the king of the forex market. Okay, so we have to see what the dollar is looking like. We have to see what the DXY, which is the dollar, is looking like. Okay, so what are we looking at the dollar this week? The dollar looks to be kind of bearish this week. It's looking more like in a bearish scenario. A lot of people are panicking. The dollar is going down. The dollar is going down. But guys, just calm down. Let us see what the dollar is looking like. As you all know, I'm bullish. I have a bullish sentiment on the dollar. Why do I have a bullish sentiment on the dollar? Is because of this lows that the dollar has what created. Okay, so right here on the monthly, I remember I told you guys that I didn't see a equal low right here. So I'm still seeing more of a push up. I'm still looking for more of a push up to these highs when it comes to the dollar. So we are still there. And on the weekly time frame, so many things happening on the weekly time frame right now. Price is reacting to this support right here. As you can see, price is reacting to this support right here. Is this something that I would be worried about? Not much, but as you can see, it has created some kind of like, oh, like it might push down. But until we get a confirmation for that, I don't think it's something we have to be worried about. It is a big one. It is really, really a big one, because we can see the dollar. We can see the dollar push down from this zone. So we still have, like I said, we can see the dollar push down from this zone to create equal lows and to bounce up. Are you getting me? So that is a very strong zone right there that the dollar might push down from. But as of right now, we don't know yet. But price has kind of like wicked it. So anytime price comes to a particular area and is a weak, we might be careful and pause on the sales and look for more buy continuation. So if you go to the daily time frame, it's still around that area. Price is ranging from that area. Price is kind of like, do I, do I, so there's more of a battle of buying and the buyers and sellers around that area. But my overall sentiment for the dollar is still more biased to the upside. So for this week, I will be a little bit extra careful when with some of the markets right now. I'll be extra careful, because like I said, the dollar, if until the dollar clears this area right here, until the dollar clears this area, until the dollar clears this area right here to the upside, then we are now sitting what we are now sitting comfortable. Once it clears this to the upside, we are sitting comfortable, and we can definitely what we can definitely test all these highs all the way towards all the way to this upside, all the way towards all the way to this upside. But for now, we are sitting in an uncomfortable zone. This zone right here is not comfortable for us right now for dollar buys. So I'll be you so you might want to be careful this week. You might want to be careful this week to see what the dollar is going to do. But for me, my bias this week is looking more of a bearish sentiment for the dollar. Is looking more of a bearish sentiment this week, because like I said, there's a break of structure right here. This is the 4 hour time frame, and we might see a test of some of these lows. We might see a test of some of these lows right here. So price can decide to, price can test some of these lows, in other words, to continue up. Are you getting me? But for this week, I will be careful, and I'll be looking for more of a kind of like a sell opportunity, because there's a lot of things pointing down. There's a lot of there's a lot of power. Like there's a lot of selling power that is pointing to the downward direction when it comes to the dollar for this week. So that means for your Euro USD, for your GBP USD, whatever currencies out there, we might be looking for sales. I know, guys. I don't like I don't like sales when it comes to the dollar, but this might be a retest phase, might be a little retest phase for us, because, like I said, you see, we are on this beautiful trend line right here. We are on this beautiful trend line right here. We are on this beautiful trend line right here. So we might see price test that trend line, in other words, to continue back up, or if it breaks this trend line, then I'm sorry, if it breaks this trend line, we test it, and I'm sorry, we might have to come to these lows again to test the lows, in other words, for us to continue. Because, like I said, for everything that happens in the market, I like to see equal lows. Me personally, I like to see equal lows. So there's no equal lows right now. Are you getting me? There's no equal low. Everything is more of a liquidity. As you can see, the price is just kind of like in. There's no strong candle. As you can see, all the candles that is going up is not strong, and this candle right here is giving us a engulfing candle. I'm sorry, it's giving us a pin bar to the downside. So we might be seeing dollar weakness this week. So that's that for dollar. We might be seeing dollar weakness for this week. If we don't see the dollar weakness, then that means if this support holds, this support right here, this 4 hour support, if it holds, if this 4 hour support holds, then we can push back up. So if this 4 hour support hold, we can push back up. If this 4 hour support does not hold, then I'm sorry, we are going to this level. We are going to 97 for the DXY. Then same thing for Euro USD. Euro USD is just the opposite of the dollar. So if the dollar is going down, Euro USD is going up. If Euro USD is going up, dollar is going down. So it's the opposite. So let's see what is going to happen on Euro USD for this week. Same thing, like I said, we are kind of sitting over here, and same thing I'm expecting this week. Just be careful when it comes to your buyers for this week. This is Euro USD. And as you all know, we have our previous break of structure somewhere around here. So now, if this support holds here, just like the same thing I was saying on dollar, if this support holds here, we are good. We keep going down. Are you getting me? But if price comes down to this support and we see a change of a structure, then I'm sorry to say that we could have this going up all the way up here. because as you can see, we are sitting on a nice trend line, a nice trend line. So you always have to see, how the market is reacting to that trend line. If market fails to break this trend line, and then we might see what we might see a push down to the upside. So this week I'm sitting on a 50-50. Are you getting me? We are sitting on a 50-50 on this week. Just be careful about your sentiment. Know that at the end of the day, we are still in a bullish state. As you can see, the Euro USD is still bullish. Are you getting me? We broke a structure around here on the daily. When it comes to the Euro USD, we break a structure right here, a daily structure. So we are very strong when it comes to the selling bias. So we are when it comes to sell, it is very very what? It is very very strong. But you have to watch out for these zones. You have to watch out for these zones. So these zones right here are very technical. So we could see a sell down. That's maybe sorry so this is the 4 hour right here, and as you can see, for Euro USD we have a break of structure right here. Boom, we have a break of structure down there. So what are we expecting for Euro USD? We are expecting more sell continuation down to this support right here. Are you getting me? That is what we are expecting. But and we are expecting that, but this zone is very crucial because it's the same thing that we have on DXY. So when we sell down to this base, like on Monday now, if market opens now, market can decide to sell 300 pips down to this support. Market can do that. So now when we get to this support, you have to be careful what market does on this support. Are we getting a what? Are we getting a change of market direction? Or if market gets down to this support, are we going to break it? I'm expecting the market to break it. I'm expecting the market to break it, and we keep going down. But based on how the DXY is looking, the DXY is looking like it's kind of weak because it has gotten to a resistance zone. So we have to be careful. So that's what I'm having for this week. But for now, just know that for Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, we are looking for what? More sell down to what? Down to 1.106. So we are expecting price to come to 106. So when price comes to 106, then what we get from here determines what our bias is going to be for the rest of the week. Are we going to break it? If we break 106, we know that we are definitely going to retest and what? Continue down. But if we don't break 106 and we wicked it, then I'm sorry, we might decide to what? We might decide to what? Go back to this high. So what happens around 106 is very very crucial for this week. So watch out for this support zone right here on this 106. Watch out for what the market is going to do. But for now, to be honest with you, we are expecting more sales for the dollar. We are expecting more dollar sales. We are expecting last week. I don't know if you guys remember last week. This is what we called for last week. We called for Euro USD, GBP USD sales. As you can see, go to the market. We had a lot of sales when it comes to when it comes to GBP USD. I can literally show you my Telegram group right now. I can show my Telegram. Let's see. Let's go to my Telegram group. I think there was like two trades. I'm trying to bring it up. Give me a sec, guys. I'm trying to bring this up. It's not coming up right now. Okay, so while my Telegram group is still loading, okay, let me add another one to this thing right here. Let me see. Give me 1 sec. I'm trying to bring up those trades we add for this week. Okay. Okay. This is really really hard. Okay, wow. So I've been able to do that. So like I said, this was some of the trades. As you can see, GBP USD sales, and we sold down there. As you can see, we had this on GBP USD sales. Then also we had another one right here, where it was literally called another sales around here, and yeah, so we had those sales, and that was in the Telegram group. Um, so as you can see, we called those sales, and that was what I called. That was what I called for you guys on that was what I called for you guys on was it on Sunday night. And I was just literally telling you guys to go to what go over there and buy sell GBP USD, sell Euro USD. And yeah, as you can see, it came out pretty nice. And what it came out pretty nice, and looking it was looking good, it was looking delicious. So it was looking good. So now I want to let us see what is going on with the news this week. Before we go into anything, let us see what is going on with the news. Let us see what is going on with the news. All right, let's see what is going on with the news. As you all can see, this week this week is pretty clean, to be honest with you. Give me one sec, guys. Give me one sec. I don't want my rice to go and burn. I'm making low rice. Sunday is when you eat rice in Nigeria. I don't know. I think it's everywhere in the world. On Sunday, people like to eat rice. So Monday is pretty clean. We don't have no news on Monday. Looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. Do we trade on Monday? Depends on the volatility, and depend if your setup is there. If your setup is there, take it. Sometimes, as you can see, last for the last consecutive Mondays now, we've been having strong volatility. If you last Monday we had strong volatility. I wasn't even able to see what the market was doing. Market just pushed right down for 200 pips. Gold, GBP USD, and everything went down to what we predicted. So if you have volatility and your setup is clear on Mondays, why not take the trade? Don't be like, oh, I don't trade on Mondays. So Monday, there's no news. There's all this. There's no red folder news. Sorry, there's no red folder news. But try to be watching the Bloomberg news. Try to be watching Bloomberg, because there might be one guy that is. There might be Trump might be in Japan or something, and or the United States representative for something might be in one country, and he might just say one thing that will affect the market. Just like last week Monday, I think it was on. I think United States representative for, I forgot who he was. He was in Japan or something, and before you know it, market was just moving with huge volatility, and some people missed some of those trades. So on Tuesday we have AUD news, their cash rates. We have monetary statement. So this might be good for the market. 5:30 a.m. Watch out for this news right here. Watch out for this news. And we have Canadian CPI. Card, if you trade card, if you trade card, if you trade USD card, whatever card pairs you trade, watch out for this news on Tuesday. And on Wednesday we have GBP for the pound. We have their CPI. So this is really going to be big, right? They are expecting some good numbers when it comes to the CPI. So if what I'm guessing is right, guys, we might be expecting those dollar weakness this week. We might be expecting huge dollar weakness this week. Huge dollar weakness this week. All because all the numbers that is coming out for the GBP and the euro They are all looking good. All these numbers are looking huge and looking good numbers. So we are looking some good numbers for the euro and the pounds. So if we are seeing some good, because this is all their forecast, all the forecast right here looking good. So if we are expecting some good forecast for the pounds and the euro, it means we might see a lot of dollar weakness, and that projection might literally happen. And for USDs on Thursday, we have unemployment claim, and we have unemployment claim Butiwu. That's on Thursday, and on Friday we have more news. So this week is pretty clean. There's no CPI, there's no NFP, so there's nothing for you guys to be worried about. So we literally just gotta keep our heads up and see how we can monetize on some of those movements. It should be pretty nice. It should be pretty nice. So so back to the week, back to this week. So now, like I said, for Euro USD, Euro USD, what are we expecting this week? It's pretty much easy. This break of structure right here on the daily is still old. Are you getting me? This break of structure right here is very, very valid. Alright? Is valid. Are you getting me? Is really, really valid. In my opinion, is valid. Alright? So that is really valid there. Are you getting me? So that's a very valid point. So in my analysis, we should still expect market to break this. I'm expecting market to break this. Okay, I'm expecting market. If not, then we can find a way to create equal highs or something. But we've broke another 4 hour structure. This is the daily. This is a daily. This is a daily structure right here. We broke the 4 hour right here. So I'm expecting this to get filled up, right? At least for this week, I'm expecting this to get filled. Alright, so that is what you should be watching out for when it comes to the Euro USD. Watch out for more sales. And if we get to this zone right here, depending on what happens on this zone, then if we see a change of state of delivery, then we can start anticipating for more buys. But for now, until we get to this zone right here, we are looking for more what? More. We are looking for more dollar sales until we get to this zone right here. But for now, we literally just break a 4 hour structure, and if we break a daily structure right here, and we break a 4 hour structure right here, we are expecting more sales. So we can sell down to this. From down here is literally how many pips? So we can still see about 150 pips to this downside right here. Okay, so that is about that for Euro USD. Let us see gold. The gold last week, guys, I told you guys last week, man, it's crazy that we had, but I did some crazy mistake last week when it came to gold. Gold hasn't been my favorite pair for now. I'm still kind of like, because I'm used to the currency pair. I'm not a fan of commodity pairs. But based on what I said last week, as you can see, gold did what? It's so down to this level right here. Are you getting me? It's so down to this level right here. And as we have seen, it weakened that level. Alright, so we have come down to this zone. So we have come down to this zone right now, and we have weakened it. Should we expect what? Should we expect more sell continuation? Nope. Right now, price is doing some things that a lot of people might not really see, but I'm seeing it. Because right now there's nothing that I'm not seeing anything that is going to foil gold to what? To give us anything that has to do with sales and that has to do with buys. So I'm still expecting kind of like a mixed behavior when it comes to gold, because right now I'm seeing a lot of people saying gold is just going to go all the way down here, it's going to go up the way here. Yes, That is all. That has been my forecast. Are you getting me? That has been my forecast. But there's one thing that I always like when price comes to a support, is when price comes to a support, I like the price to wick, not break. And as you can see, this support right here, price did not wick it. Are you getting me? Price did not wick it. Are you getting me? So we are seeing I'm seeing more of a what? I'm seeing more of a break of structure down to the what? To the downside. So we still can still get more sell continuation down here somewhere. Are you getting me? I'm still looking for more continuation down here somewhere. Are you getting me? But that's just based on how this zone was what how this zone was touched. Did we get a reaction? We definitely got a reaction from here, but we are seeing all these big boys right here. You can see there's so many big boys. All these big boys, they are here. So these big boys, this is a zone where we might see a potential drop when it comes to gold. So let's go to the 4 hour time frame. Let us go to the 4 hour time frame and see what our price is definitely reacting. Now, now for this week, now a lot of people might say, then what are we going to do this week? What are we going to do this week is, if you are looking at some other broker, I don't know, this broker right here that I'm having is not really giving me, it's not giving me what I wanted to see. If you look some other broker like Oanda, you see that there's like a kind of 4 hour break of structure right here. So for this week, I'll be expecting a buy around here. So if for this week I'm expecting market to what? Market to test this zone again. So I'm expecting market to what? To test this zone. Then in order for us to go to this what? In order for us to go back to this level right here. So now, depending on what market does, when market will test this zone, because we need equal lows. There's no equal lows. Equal lows is what gives you confidence in order for market to move for a long time. So now when we get equal lows around here, then we can test this bad boy. Now if gold, depending on what gold does, if we break this resistance level, then I'm sorry to say we might see gold goes all the way back to this highs here. Are you getting me? So for this week, first of all, we need to see what happens over here. We need to see what happens over here. This zone right here, because you can see on the daily time frame, that is a huge one. A huge one. And if you know what I mean, that's a huge one. So we cannot just ignore that and say, oh, I'm going to buy all the way to the top. No, we have to take in consider of this resistance right here. So that is how we are going to do that. So for this week, all you need to do is we are buying gold to what? We are buying gold to what? To 30 to 3286. That's where our buy is going to go to. Are you getting me? We want to buy gold all the way down here, but we need to what? Create equal lows. So we need an equal low around here. So as soon as market comes, once market opens, let it rally, sweep this low. As soon as market sweep these lows, then you might expect buys all the way to down here. So now, depending on what market does, if market breaks this resistance here, then what do? We come back to test it and keep going. But if market does not break this resistance, always watch when we get to a resistance level, what is market doing? If market fails to break this resistance, then we can what? That means the sell is going to continue, because like I said, this gold is looking more of a sell. For a longer run, we are looking for more selling opportunity, because this is a huge break right here. This yellow line is a huge break right here. I would have loved it if the price wicked it. So for me, I always look at something like this. Whenever we get to a support or a resistance zone, when we get to a support, right, and market do these things, when we get to support and we do this, and market does this right here. When market does this right here, usually majority of the time I know that that's a break of structure, so market can decide to take this high and continue down. But when we get to a support, right, where market decide to what, come to that support, maybe it has tested it, come there and wicked it, so there's a wick. Then I know that okay, market is what, is continuation. Where there's like a wick is when there's something like this, right here, and there's this small candle, just small candle, that tests that support, then we know we are going. But when you come to this right here, on the daily time frame, we didn't see that wick. Are you getting me? We didn't see a wick on the last low. As you can see, there's a push down. So market came there, pushed all the way down, and we saw a reaction from this zone, but it didn't change structure. And it changed structure on the 4 hour if you look at it. But then we still have this big boy right here. We still have this resistance right here. So now, but can you still take buying opportunities? Of course, you can take buying opportunities. Are you getting me? We can take buying opportunity until we get to that resistance. So you wait for what? You wait for this equal lows. Once we take this equal lows, then we can take it, buy all the way there. So when we buy all the way there, we chill. If market is still what? If market is decide to still continue rallying over, then the buy can continue all the way up. But we need, at the end of the day, we need something. We need kind of there's nothing to follow this market when it comes to the buys. You gotta understand, and the gold needs it needs a kind of like a drama. Let's say there is war going on. Let's say there is on this, there's right now everything is kind of like we are in a risk on sentiment, market sentiment right now. And when we are in a risk on just means all the investors are putting their money in the risky assets. So that's why you see the US stock. That's why you see it is going up. You see dollar is strong. So right now there's nothing to foil gold for buys. There's nothing to foil gold for buys. So if we are in a risk off right now, then we can say gold can continue to continue to buy. But there's nothing. Everybody is making a deal. China is making a deal with US for 90 days. So there's no war. There's no unease. Everything is at peace right now. But if we get any news right now, maybe Ukraine and Russia war has gone escalated, or the Pakistan war has escalated, or something has escalated again between these countries, then you're going to see gold breaking all those resistance. But for now, there's nothing that could escalate gold for buys. So the buys might just be a mini scalp back to the resistance. So we can take a mini buy scalp to resistance. But for the huge, so we watch out for all this resistance for sales. So as soon as we get to this resistance, if we see a change of structure, take your sales, boom. I get me. So that is it for gold. So for gold, can we take buys? Of course we can take buys. Take buys to this resistance right here, to this daily resistance. Take your buys all the way to this daily resistance, and watch out for what happens on that resistance there. So that is what for gold. Let us see NAS 100. I don't really have time. I want to be making these videos short as possible. So for NAS, as you all know, we are still on this bullish sentiment. And look, guys, based on my analysis, guys, see where we started this from. Like, if you've been watching my video now for the last 5 weeks now, we started all the way from here when I said market is going to it's going to start buying. And see where we started from, and look at where we are right now. We are close to around it, and I'm still predicting us to go to almost 27,923. So guys, this is just literally market analysis. Are you getting me? Pure market analysis, guys. And you can see, and this doesn't just come with technical analysis. This also comes with fundamentals, what is going on economically. Right now, the United States market is booming. There's more investors. As you can see, the Trump himself went to Saudi Arabia and he says he was able to get a lot of investors. Now, if you see that meeting, this is secret when I'm telling you. If you see that meeting, right? Look at the CEOs that was in that meeting. And if you were able to see those CEOs that went to that meeting to Saudi Arabia, we had Elon Musk, we had the CEO of we have Larry Fink. Yeah, we have Larry Fink in that CEO. We have this other guy, the CEO for ChatGPT. We have the CEO of ChatGPT. We have the CEO of AMD. We have like a couple of these big CEOs, and we didn't have the CEO of BlackRock. Sorry, he was absent, and there was no CEO of Apple, and I think there was no Mark Zuckerberg or whatever his name is. He didn't attend also, but these guys were able to secure huge deals with the Saudi Arabia, and as you can see, Saudi Arabia is in what is in the what's this is having all these huge projects. If you go to Google right now and search for Saudi Arabia, you see they are creating one of the biggest real estates in the history of mankind. They are building the line. Go to Google and search for line, Line. It's a big real estate company. It's a big real estate that the Saudi Arabia government is trying to innovate. So all these companies, they are securing deals. So that means for United States to be partnering with Saudi Arabia and to be making all this kind of deal, we are going to be seeing more investment in the United States. So stocks are going to be going higher. I'm sorry to say, stocks are going to be. Last week Sunday, when I came down here on last week Sunday, this was where we are. Last week Sunday, we was down. Let me go to the 4 hour. Last week Sunday, this was where we are. Last week Sunday. This was where we are last week Sunday. This was literally where we are last week Sunday, guys. And look at where we are right now. This was where we are last week Sunday. Look at where we are. And we are still pushing upward. So for NAS 100, for NAS 100 US stocks, S&P 500, US stocks, US stock 500, Nasdaq 100 and US 30, look for more buying opportunities. And some people was asking me, what is NAS, or what is NAS, what is S&P? All this Oyinbo that I'm speaking, they do not understand. I'm going to break it down to you. It's easy as hell. NAS 100 is pretty much the best 500, best 100. Okay, NAS 100 is best tech companies, best 100 tech companies in the United States, best 100 tech companies in United States. So that's NAS 100. So if you see anything like Nasdaq, that's the best 100 tech companies in the United States. So we have Apple, we have Microsoft, we have Nvidia, we have all these companies. All your Facebook, Google, those are the best tech companies in the United States. There's a lot of them. So we have the S&P 500, the S&P 500, the Standard & Poor 500. So that's the best 500. S&P 500. That's the best 500 stocks in best 500 stocks companies. Okay, so then we have the US 30, which is the best 30 stocks. So the S&P 500 is best 500 stocks. So that means all the 500 stocks, the best 500 performing stock, they combine them to make an indices. I get them. So instead of you trading one stock and say, okay, I want to buy Google stock, for example. Google stock might be at, maybe right now I think it's at 2,000 something. They combine Google stock, Apple stock, Microsoft stock, Facebook stock. They combine everything together to make what the best 100 tech companies. So you can now buy that one single stock. I get me. Then for S&P 500, they combine the best performing stock. So that's why you see Home Depot, Walmart, Discover, Capital One, which other one? Name all these stock, or name all these best, all these 500 stocks in United States. Capital One, JP Morgan, Chase, Wells Fargo. Name your Dollar General, all these mini stocks, all these mini companies, AMD, Marvels, name them. All these companies united, all the movie companies, they have their own stock. All the all the grocery stores, they have, some of them have their own stock. Some of all this what's it called? Even this one right here, Plantier. Even some of this. So just name all the stocks. Some of these small whatever. Some of them belong in this S&P 500. Walmart is a very strong one. They have their stock in the S&P 500. So all these are the best performing stock. They put them in the S&P 500, and their performance over time, is what gives, so you are able to measure the strength of the United States companies. So you have the stock, you have US 30, which is the best 30 stock. So can you trade individual stock? Of course, you can trade individual stock. You can buy Netflix stock. Some of you that are paying subscription for Netflix, start buying their stock. And from next month, by God's grace, I'll be able to share you guys a broker that you guys can use to be buying all these stocks. For Nigerians, if you're in Nigeria, I'm going to be sharing you guys what you can use to buy all these stocks. And this broker, I'm still, because some of this, I'm still choosing which one is the best, which one is best available ones, because Nigerian, they might be, some of these companies might decide to run away now. You might not see them again. And because if you are buying some of this stock, you want a company where you want a broker where if you buy your stock, they are going to be there for the next 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years. I get me. Like if you are in the United States, your Fidelity, your Vanguard, which other ones? Vanguard, Fidelity. There's like some of these big brokers that have been there since 200, 300 years ago. Are you getting me? Those ones, they are nowhere to go. So for Nigerians that are unable to buy stocks, I'm going to be looking for some good brokers for you guys to be able to buy stock. And you might even be able to buy, and very soon we might be able to analyze some Nigerian stocks also. If you're in Nigeria, there are some other stocks you can buy, like GTB stocks, Dangote stocks, and these stocks, they have good dividends. Are you getting me? So very soon I'm going to be coming up here. Just subscribe to my channel. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing this together. Like I said, the generation we are right now is try to invest. Even if it's one day you have $5, the day you have $10, just find a good stock and keep putting it there. As you all know right now, the one of the stock that I am projecting for the future is anything that has to do with AI. Anything that has to do with stocks that have AI, get it. I don't care how expensive it is. If the stock has AI, get it, because that's the future. Any Elon Musk stock, buy it, because this guy, his innovation is up to the roof. I was still telling my sister yesterday that this guy was creating a complaint. Let me see if I can quickly go to. They are literally creating a complaint. Let me Google the Elon Musk airplane complaint. Let me see. So they are literally trying to create a complaint where they are trying to create a if I see the video, I'm gonna share it for you guys next week. So they are trying to create this kind of like a jet system where it can go to the space, and it can go to, from, let's say, from China to United States in 1 hour. So all they have to do is take you, is like a capsule, like a jet capsule. It takes you all the way from wherever you are in the part of the world, goes up to the space, and drops you in another country. So the travel time might just be 1 hour or less than 1 hour. So they are doing all that. So this complaint, Elon Musk complaint, some of his stocks, if you are able to afford it now, buy it and just save it for the future. Last week we did Tesla stocks. Are you getting me? We were able to touch the Tesla stock. I did analysis on Tesla stock last week, and see how crazy it was, right? That last week I was talking about Tesla stock on Sunday. This was where we are, Sunday. Go and check my last video. This was where we are on Sunday. This was where we are. Where I marked this was where we are on Sunday. Tesla stock on Sunday. Look at where we are now. On Sunday, when I was asking a lot of people to buy it, we were sitting at what? We were sitting at 290. Now it's at 340. And like I said, it's still going all the way to what? 480. So we have all this room for more buyers. We have all this room to go because it's at what? It's at 347 right now. But it started all the way from where it started when it created this equal lows, and that's why I keep saying that anytime I see equal lows, it means market has settled down. So it started when it created all this equal low from 200. Now is at 353. And literally last week Sunday, my last week episode right here, I was saying that buy some Tesla stock, and those people that listen to it, they send me a DM. I have one friend is in UK and he was able to buy some of this stock, and he bought it at 275. Now it's up three is from 275 is sitting at 346. Are you getting me? So, and we still have more room to go. We still have all the way to 490. And listen, the sky is the limit when it comes to Tesla. Anything Tesla, Elon Musk, the sky is the limit because this guy is company are futuristic. Every company that has to do with Elon Musk are futuristic. Why I said it's futuristic, I'm gonna share more videos with you guys. What this guy is actually doing. And if you are a Gen Z right now, if you are in the age of less than 25, me I'm 30 now, I'm in my 32, so at least I don't know, maybe next 30 years. But if you are in your 20s right now, if you are in your 19s right now, anything that has to do with Tesla stocks, anything that has to do with Tesla, Elon Musk, Starlink, anything, go and invest your money in it because his company are futuristic. He has more innovations coming up, and anything that has to do with AI or anything that has to do with AI or cryptocurrency. For example, last week we had a news that came out that Coinbase was going to be added to the S&P 500. Remember, I was just talking to you guys about S&P 500. S&P 500 happens to be the best 500 stock in the United States. So any stock that gets removed from the S&P 500, they add another one. So that's why you see the S&P 500 never goes down. So because if any stock is affecting that indices, they will remove it. So let's say we have best 500 stock in the United States now, and let's say 10 of them is not doing good. They will say, okay, this 10 that is not doing good, they will remove it and add another 10 that has not belonged to that group. So last week, Discover, which is one of the stocks that is on S&P 500, they removed Discover and they added what? They added Coinbase, and this is a very good news for cryptocurrency because they add now Coinbase, which is a crypto exchange, is now on a S&P 500. That is a good news. And literally, I was literally checking the stock before the news came out. I was like, wow, if they're gonna add Coinbase to the S&P 500, guys, that means the stock is gonna go up literally within the day it was announced. So it was announced on, I think it was announced on Tuesday. You can see the stock just gapped up. This was when they announced it that they've now added Coinbase to what? They've now added Coinbase to the S&P 500. This market just gapped up, boom, and now it's sitting at what? It's sitting at 260. Do we think should still be able to go up? Of course, we're still expecting Coinbase might go up to the previous highs. First of all, it might go to the previous highs, which is at what? Which is at 349 per stock, and there's even more room to go. It might go all the way to what? 430. So crypto stock, which is what? Coinbase. Then we have this other guy, MicroStrategy. Those are stocks you can buy because they have their what? Crypto what? They have crypto in their what? In their system. So Coinbase, that's another stock to look at, and as you can see, we still have more room to go. We are still going all the way to 353. If you have any stock that is bothering you, send it to me. I'll do technical analysis with fundamental. You're going to go where we're going to see where the market is going. So that is pretty much it for Bitcoin. For Bitcoin this week, let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Let's see what BTC is doing. As you can see, for Bitcoin, we just literally we just tap this equal highs here, right? We tap this equal highs here, and we still have more room to go, guys. We still have more room to go. We are still going up to this 109 right here. We are going to 109. I get me. We are going to 109. That is where we are going to. So right now Bitcoin is still doing shakara. So there's still kind of range. There's this range, right? It's been ranging for the couple days now. We have seen this range. This range has been ranging for the last couple days. So, but at the end of the day, we know that once this range is broken, we are going to what, 110, and we still have more room to go. We still have more room to go. We still have more room to go, guys. So for Bitcoin, what opportunities should you be looking for? Just look out for more buying opportunities from the support zone. Look for more buying opportunity from the support zone. Are you getting me? Anywhere, any support you see, look for buying opportunity. Look for buying opportunity in any support you see. Are you getting me? So that's it for BTC. So that means for this week, which other market do you guys want to look at? GBP JPY. GBP JPY. GBP JPY. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see GBP JPY, and let's see what is going on over there. So I was talking about this. I was talking about this zone last week. We are still in this trend line here, and it sucks, guys. We are still in this trend line channel. I remember last week I said if price comes somewhere around here, we might get a reaction. So we was unable to break it. We was unable to break this trend line right here. So until we are able to break that trend line, we might see what continuation to the upside. But for now, we are still in that channel. So what are we expecting for GBP/JPY for this week? For this week, GBP/JPY, seems we couldn't break this channel, and we've created a strong resistance here. We've created a strong resistance here, which, as you can see, that's also a 4-hour change of structure. That's a 4-hour change of structure. So what will I be expecting for JPY? I'll be expecting more sell continuation for JPY. So expect more sell continuation for JPY. We broke the 4-hour structure, and as soon as we broke the 4-hour structure, we are expecting more sell continuation to the downside. So that is it for JPY. So for JPY, we are looking for more sales. For our EURUSD, we are looking for more sales also, but kind of like a mixed bias. Also for the dollar, we are in a mixed bias. You can take the buying opportunity, you can take the selling opportunity. So which other market? We've done gold, Coinbase, NAS, EURUSD, GBP/USD. Some of you guys would like me to see GBP/USD. I'll just look at it because it's pretty much same analysis. It's pretty much same analysis with EURUSD. So I'll just kind of like brief on it and see what we are looking at when it comes to EURUSD. So like I said, we broke that daily, this daily right here. We broke this daily right here. Then we've come here to test this right here. So should we be expecting what? More sell? Should we be expecting more sales depending on what happened on this zone? As you can see, this zone has been weak here. So if price comes here, give us a days, then we might come here, or not, we might decide to come here. So like I said, it's kind of like a mixed bias. So it's kind of the same thing that is happening with EURUSD. We are in this kind of like a mixed bias right now. Oh, we didn't weak this. Sorry, we did not weak this. We didn't weak this. So we never weak this. So we might still be seeing more more selling opportunities from some of this zone right here. So yeah, so we might see more selling opportunity to this zone. So we might see more selling opportunity to this zone, right? So like I said, GBP USD, USD, be careful. We are in a mixed bias this week because of news. So some of the news for GBP, they are coming stronger for the pounds and the euro. So you might want to see mixed bias. You might be seeing the buys. So always use the confirmation, but make sure you are buying. If you are going to buy from a what? Buy from a support, and if you are going to sell from a resistance. Always do that because we are going to be in a mixed bias this week when it comes to those two coins. So that's just pretty much it for this week. I hope you enjoy it. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Like I said, I do this weekly analysis every week. And yeah, and if you have any question, my Instagram is Mr. Kaz. I'm not. I'll have to enable me to be able to post links. So Mr. Kaz, Mr. Kaz on on Telegram. I'm sorry, on Instagram and on Twitter. So Twitter and Instagram. This is my personal this is my personal Telegram. So you can just message me there, or you can leave a comment section here, and I'll definitely answer you guys. So that is pretty much it for this week. Thank you very much, and have a beautiful Forex trading week. All right, bless. Have a nice one. See you guys next week. All right.